The national economy is literally on its knees with the COVID-19 pandemic stretching the 2019-2020 budget, leaving the national treasury with a tough balancing act on its hands. The projected revenue has been revised downwards from 1.877 trillion shillings to 1.64 trillion shillings. According to National Treasury Cabinet Secretary ukur Yatani, the 233.8 billion shilling shortfall must be shared between the two levels of government. The national government will shoulder 87% of the burden, or 203.8 billion shillings, while counties will have their share of the national cake, reduced by 30 billion shillings and a further 16.35 billion shillings in conditional grants, if a proposal by Yatani to Parliament to amend the Division of Revenue Act of 2020 and the County Allocation of Revenue Act 2020 sails through.
If we looked at our supplementary budget, we've drastically reduced on our normal day-to-day expenditure. Expenditures that used on travel, foreign travel, domestic travel, entertainment, advertisements, a number of those things we have actually they're almost close to zero. Number two, we've also cut down on the implementation of quite a number of development projects, which are very key. But faced with the reality to have development in the future and making sure that nobody suffers, we'll go for the immediate challenge. And that's what we exactly did.
Though the National Treasury says the revenue streams have shrunk by over 172 billion shillings due to the consequences of the coronavirus pandemic on the economy, governors are contesting the proposed slash on county allocations.
This issue of deduction of revenue to county government should be stopped, and the president should not agree to this proposal by the Treasury.
Nairobi County, that had been allocated 15.9 billion shillings in the 2019-2020 financial year, will have its share revised downwards by over 4.67 billion shillings. An equitable share of 3.1 billion shillings related to the four functions transferred to the national government will be deducted from the revised allocation. Turkana County could lose up to 999 million shillings, Nakuru County 993 million shillings, and Kakamega County 980 million shillings if Parliament approves the proposed amendments. Kilifi, Mandera, Kiambu, Bungoma, Kitui and Wajir, that rank among counties that receive huge allocations in shareable revenue, could have their share slashed by over 800 million shillings each. Meru and Narok counties could lose up to 762 million shillings each, while Kisii and Kwale counties could have their allocation adjusted downwards by 738 million shillings each. Machakos and Makueni counties completing the list of devolved units that are likely to lose over 700 million shillings should Parliament agree with the National Treasury. Mombasa, Garissa, Kisumu, Marsabit, Migori, Homa Bay, Kajiado and Uasin Gishu could also lose up to 600 million shillings each in annual allocations if Parliament amends the Division of Revenue and County Allocation of Revenue Acts.
Tukienda kwa Senate, we are going to shoot down that proposal kwa sababu hiyo proposal haisaidii counties. Juzi tumeona rais akisema kwamba anapatia counties bilioni 5. So tunamuuliza kwa nini upeane bilioni 5 na uchukue bilioni 46?
Governors are citing Article 219 of the Constitution on transfer of equitable share that compels the national government to transfer to counties the agreed allocation without delay or deduction.
We are going to have a meeting on Tuesday by the Council of Governors, and this is going to be agenda number 1, because we feel that the national government does not appreciate what the county government are doing.
Francis Gachuri, Citizen TV.